Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're going to play a little Nobukatsu tonight. One of my favorite daimyo to run in this game. So I've done a run as Nobukatsu in 1584. Complete run. I don't know if this is going to be a run per se. This is 1591, which is a lot. It seems a lot more difficult. It seems harder than 1584, because 1584, I think I'm allied with Ieyasu. $1584 was pretty difficult. I'm not to sell that short, but 1591 seems harder. So it's like 8 years later, and we have less officers because Nobukatsu has, I think, 20. I think we only have, let's see, how many do we have? 13 people. We've got Senzaburo, so that's good. And Sadakiyo. Sadakiyo's 65, so I don't know how much longer he's going to live. That's about it. Those are our only two guys to start. Who's this? Uraku Oda. Oh, okay. He's got senior retainer. Ooh. Increases employment. Okay, yeah, I kind of remember this. Okay, so we could turn that on right away. Maybe I could improve my officer corps. Also, he's got refined taste. Sanzaburo's got refined taste. Nobuhide, 3 people with refined taste. I don't see any confuse abuse. Okay, 1 person with confuse abuse. And then we've got Senzaburo and Sadakiyo to fight. So 2 decent guys, 2 decent fighters. 81 Valor and Sadakiyo's 84. 3 refined triggers, possibly, so we could get some treasures. And culinary diplomacy I'm probably going to turn on right away just to get a higher chance of finding people. So I don't know what Ronin are available. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find somebody cool to help out. Now, as for how we're gonna go about this, I'm not too sure. Let's check. Let's see who hates our guts right away. We're friendly with Ieyasu, normal with the Toyotomi. Hidetsugu is normally when I play this scenario, I'm always in Kyushu, because it's really fun to try to take over Kyushu and then, like, build up Kyushu before the Yellow Tide moves in. That is the Toyotomi, because the Toyotomi on this map just start expanding and they never stop. Nobody can stop them. They just roll over right through everybody. Now, it might be a little different this time because I have the AI set to level S. So all the daimyo on the map are set to S. So that could be a good thing. In some spaces, it's going to be a bad thing for me because it means that there's not going to be, like, anybody who's just going to sit around. You know what I mean? They're all going to build up aggressively. So, I think I have a small window to conquer, and then everything's going to get very, very difficult. So we have to pick our first target carefully, and I think it's got to be Ikeda. But that's going to bring in Toyotomi. Ooh, man, how do you navigate this situation? I thought it was going to be similar to the Sekigahara Hidenobu start at Sekigahara, but it's different. It's different enough. Either Ikeda or Gamo. We have to go after one of these guys immediately. We have a huge fucking treasury. 25,000. So the same treasury that Hidenobu gets, we still have. And we have some prestige power. I guess because Nobukatsu is like the official Oda guy, right? He's the official successor to the Oda. You know, carrying on the family clan name or whatever. So Hidenobu is going to take over from him. So we still have big-ass fucking treasury and enough prestige power to do whatever we want. 1,000 gold a month. I guess the gold a month is not really a big deal, because we have 25k. It's not like I'm going to burn through that right away, right? Hope not. What's up, Toby? Welcome to a late night stream. The decompressing stream. Work is over, the week's over, it's time to decompress. There's an Oda over here. Fourth son of Nobuhide. Oh, so he's our uncle. Ooh, they have interesting core. This guy's got a pretty interesting group over here. Ujisato Gamo. We've got Sanai Oka, the guy who's famous for sleeping in on piles of treasure. Think Scrooge McDuck, you know? The pirates, I should say. Nobunaga's daughter. This guy's stats used to be higher. Past games, he got nerfed big time. Maybe we go after Ujitsano first. If we don't get him, Hidetsugu's gonna get him, right? I just don't know if Ieyasu's gonna attack us. I don't know what to expect here. Do we make any friends? I kind of don't want to make any friends. I don't want to be friends with Ieyasu. I don't want to help Hidetsugu. I don't want to help the Ikeda, and I want to fight Ujitsano. I think we go after the Gamo first to get their core. This is an interesting group of officers. The Ikeda have Sen, right? They have Sen. They do have Sen. So, that's the counter argument right there. The Gamo, sure, they have all that, but the Ikeda have Sen. It might be more important to get Sen first. Of course, I'm assuming that these attacks are just going to work flawlessly, and they're not. But we have to have a framework of a plan in the beginning. Everyone else is just kind of whatever. This is a really weak clan right now. Alright, so let's see. What's up, Miguchi? I'm good, man. I'm just ready to unwind and start this weekend. You know what I mean? This week was this was a rough week, so alright, so let's see. Let's do 15% less gold, but we have 25k treasury. Wow. Increases search success rate by 50%. That's crazy. So we could find somebody right away. I'm going to start searching right now. Before I do anything else, let me send somebody to start searching. And then let's see, we have 4 castles. We've got 5 castles, so we need to get system reform up and running. Let's get Dawn of Revolution. We either lean into offensive Dawn of Revolution against the Gamo, or we prepare for siege defense against Ieyasu. Right? I feel like there's a good chance that Ieyasu could march this way because, well, because it's Ieyasu, I guess. Maybe he'll fight Mazuyuki. Actually, when I tried the Hojo in this run, he went after Mazuyuki first. I don't know. Who's in charge of these castles? Oh my god, they gave Nobuhide a castle. Oh, why does Nobuhide have a castle? Oh, and this guy, Hidemasa. Oh. Hidemasa, the absolute worst. The absolute worst. Worst officer you could have. Complete bonehead. Alright, we need to get system reform done. That's all I'm saying. That's what that's reinforcing for me. System reform needs to finish right away so we can rearrange our lords, because our lords are not good right now. Let's put some people where the good lords actually are. This guy's alright. We'll give him somebody. And then over here, I really don't want to put anybody here. It feels kind of similar to 1584. Like, I get that deja vu feeling, but at the same time, I'm like, it's way different. You know what I mean? Like, we have a few of the officers left from that run, from that start, but you have 10 less, so we've got a lot less people. And I feel like it's way later in the game. Like, it's a later start. All the other forces are much stronger than they were in 1584. Let me see. Let's put some people. Sanzaburo. One of the best. And that guy's building something. Okay, so that's it. That's everybody. Let's hope we find some people. I think that's going to be the problem. Just like the Yoshikiyo situation, I've got to find some officers right away. We're going to get system reform. Should I get anything else right now? Dawn of Revolution looks really tempting. It's only 100 a month. I'm going to hold off on it. Just for now. Alright. What? What? The audacity. The absolute arrogance of Ieyasu. Bro, you were polishing my father's boots. You polished Nobunaga's boots. You think I'm gonna polish your boots? Insane. Ieyasu's... Well, at least now we know his intentions. Let's prepare for siege. Siege preparations are underway. He's showing his fucking colors there. Make me a vassal? He's taken leave of his senses. He has taken leave of his senses. Alright. That's number one. We gotta go all the way up to 3. We gotta get all 3. We gotta switch our castle lords. Actually, I'm gonna get Dawn of Revolution so my guys get honor faster. So, as soon as I get a chance, we'll get Dawn of Revolution, we'll get more officer honor, and we're gonna need to put somebody really strong here to hold the line against Ieyasu. Because he pretty much just told us that he's on his way without telling us that he's on his way. Pretty hostile action there. I mean, the game just started, and he's like, you want to be a vassal? We got Danamon? Nice. Another guy who used to be better, but is not that good now. He's still pretty good, though. For us, he's great. On the offensive, hot-blooded, death or glory, speedy. That's a good find. Let's keep searching. See, this guy's, his stuff is so bad that he can't... I gotta replace him. Is this almost done? Nope, we just started it. Okay. Dawn of Revolution. Hit me with that. Revolution. Alright, Danamon. As soon as I can, I'll buy some treasure. Let's see if we have anything. Not yet? Okay. We gotta get some treasures. Improve the officer loyalty. Let's get training grounds. I can't believe Ieyasu would immediately... Ieyasu's like, hey, you want to surrender? Ieyasu straight tried to punk us out. Right in the beginning. Right in the beginning, he just tried to punk us out. They just moved me up a tier on treasures. That sucks because I don't want expensive treasures yet. I just want a bunch of cheap ones to bolster up my loyalty, officer loyalty. Alright, let's see. Trade. Yep, give me the cheap... Well, that's 45. I can get that one. And give me that one. No, that guy's terrible. I'm not worried about him. We'll give that to Danamon. Yep. And then let's give this T set. Let's get the T set to Sanzaburo, who's at 16. Actually, Sanzaburo, couldn't he marry Toku? How old are they? Character. Sanzaburo's 21, Toku's 34. She's a little bit older. Not great. I should have had Danamon do it then. Alright, let's hold off on that. Let me hold on to the tea set for a little bit. Let me think about it. You know, these are collector's items. This tea set, this is a collector's item. It's a collectible. Highly collectible. You know, let me think about it. Alright, that's done. Man, I gotta go fast here. I gotta quickly set up. If we're not gonna make any friends, we gotta very quickly set up. Can I get any help here? Defensive infrastructure, I can get a discount on that. That's 300. Okay, I think I'm gonna add that on the list of things to buy, because I feel like if I don't get it now, I'm gonna regret it later, you know? You can't, sometimes I put things off and it comes back to bite me because I just put shit off. What's up, Ikari? Ikari, we're back, bro. Nobukatsu, 1591 instead of 1584. But the nostalgia is just coming back to me playing this one. Even though it's not the same, it's not the same. It's not the same starting date, but it feels similar a little bit. You know, kind of close. We're missing 10 more officers, and everybody's way stronger than the 1584 start. I'm starting to see that. For some reason, the numbers are very, very stacked. Like, our numbers are way higher than 1584. The Ikeda clan, if you look at the Ikeda clan above us, look at their numbers, 33, 48, 31. Like, everybody's troop count is higher in this 1591 start date than usual. I don't know why that is. But everybody's beefier. And then we're missing like 10 or 12 officers, so our starting position's even worse. It feels like coming home. You know what I mean? Playing as Nobukatsu. He's just in such a good spot. Such an interesting force to play as. You know? One really cool thing is that Uraku Oda, I don't think I was able to do this in 1584. I don't know if Uraku wasn't part of the team or he didn't have the honor. But he has culinary diplomacy gold-plated, success rate increased by 50% whenever we search for Ronin. Which is crazy. It basically means that I'm going to be searching until I'm broke. Until I'm broke, I'm just going to keep spamming search. We're going to try to find somebody. You know what I should have done? We should have targeted a force that has networking. A networking officer. That feels like a pro tip. You know what I mean? If you don't have somebody who has networking and you have a force that needs officers, target somebody who has networking immediately. I don't think they do. I don't think these guys do. They have Sen. You know what I mean? Which is... What more could you want? You know what I mean? What more could you ask for than Sen Ikeda? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't get much better. No. We're not going to target Ikeda. We're going to go after the Gamo force because they've actually got some really interesting officers. Ujisato himself. But we also have Scrooge McDuck here. Sanai Oka, Mr. Piles of Gold. We have the pirates, Yoshitaka and Moritaka. We got Pirate Bros. Nobunaga's daughter. I forgot she existed. I forgot this girl existed completely. And then sort of a mix of other people. Does anybody have networking? I didn't even look. No. Still no networking here. But still, the Gamo force is kind of interesting, so I think we should try to take them out first. Ieyasu has already threatened to make me a vassal. Like, after the first month, he already asked me to be a vassal, so... I'm going to prepare a siege defense here, because he pretty much just told me what he's going to do. Just by sending that letter, right? Kind of just threatened me. We're going to get system reform up to level 3 so we can get rid of some of these awful lords, such as Hidemasa, the worst officer, in my personal experience, the worst officer in the game. This guy is a blight. An absolute blight on your clan, if you're unfortunate enough to have him. Terrible. And then I've got to get rid of Nobuhide. Nobuhide's stats are just way too low. His stats are like Asakura. Think Asakura efficiency. That's where Nobuhide's at. You know what I mean? That's what we're working with there. So we got to get rid of those two. I don't think I'm going to have any friends on this run either. I don't think we're making any allies because Ikeda are really weak. We're going to target Gamo. And I don't want to help Toyotomi, and I definitely don't want to help Tokugawa. So there's nobody immediately around us who I'd want to team up with. So we're probably gonna get stuck fighting everybody. So this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna try to push and take out the Gamo because they don't have any friends either. So while they're not allied, it's gonna be a fair fight. You know, he's not gonna be able to call anybody in. And I'm going to build up a defensive fortification here against Ieyasu so that he looks somewhere else. But first things first, I've got to kick this guy out because there's no way this guy can manage the defense. You know? I mean, I don't see it. I could be wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but he does have high loyalty, but it's not an offensive siege, so that doesn't matter. I do have 3 people with refined taste, which is fucking cool. I like refined taste. But, you know, I love all RNG. Anything that's got to do with RNG, I'm down for in this game. Any RNG triggers are just... that's my jam. What's up, Daniel? What's my history with Hidemasa? Oh my god, bro. Hidemasa just... I'm having a flashback right now. What's up, Chow? Yeah, join the Discord. If you guys are catching this, I don't know when you're catching this or whatever, but there is a Nobunaga's Ambition Discord. Make sure you find it, join it. You will not regret it. Everybody's always talking the game. Talking shop, if you will. You know, that's the place. It's been a long time since Nobukatsu. It's been 6 months, half a year. Nobukatsu was, I think, the second live run on the channel after Ujizane, I think. So, oh yeah, to answer your question, Meguchi, Hidemasa is one of the officers who triggers border disputes. So, when I did this run in 1584, I did a 1584 run as Nobukatsu that was amazing. It was just fucking awesome. Just one of those runs that's the story beats, man. So many different fucking story beats in that run. Hidemasa, during that run, basically was the officer who committed all the fuck-ups. Mostly because he triggers border disputes non-stop. And he quits the field early. He always quits the field early. So he quits the field early, and he triggers border disputes. So this castle was unusable. It was unusable. It never had a garrison because he was getting the garrison killed, charging off all the time. He also appeared, I think he made an appearance in my Sanada run for a little while. I just kept refusing to hire him, and he kept appearing, you know, holding his hand out for a job. So, he's terrible, he's the worst. I can't find anything good to say about him, you know what I mean? I think about it, but I'm like, no, the guy's terrible. Absolute worst. War is spreading across the lands. May all the people and the land put their trust in me, Nobukatsu. Wonderfully said. Exactly what I expect an absolute madman to say. Someone who's lost their grip with reality. Nobukatsu Oda. Nobukatsu just pulled the Voldemort meme, you know? Where he's like, from now on, you put your trust in me. That's what Nobukatsu just did. He just did it. Alright, we gotta get back to the policies. System reforms gotta get capped. We also have to get defensive infrastructure. Oh my god, I don't have the people to do it. I'm trying to get set up as fast as I can before things get crazy, you know? Everyone's set to S. All the daimyo are set to S. That's another thing. So everyone's gonna build up efficiently. There's not gonna be anybody sitting around, you know? Alright, we didn't find a Ronin, but we're gonna keep searching for Ronin. I can't send the Lord because... well, no, actually, I'll send him. Does it stop him from building? I'm not gonna send him because I don't know if it does. Maybe I'll get a prompt. Okay, it didn't give me a prompt, so maybe he's still set to auto build. Alright, so we're looking for Ronin. 50% increased chance of success whenever you search. That's the reason we're doing it. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I go broke. I'm going to have that conservator roll turned on until I go broke. Nobody's moving yet, but it's going to be all-out war pretty soon. Ikeda's going in a different direction. That's good for me. Ieyasu's going after the Gamo. That's also good for me, because we might be able to scoop up the Gamo clan. We need to take this castle so I don't get cut off. The Toyotomi might cut me off if they take this first. We get Nobukiyo Oda, an estranged Oda family member. He must have heard Nobukatsu's proclamation. Nobukatsu put out the flyers. The call to arms. Join my court in Owari. The Mad Jester's court. Okay, let's keep searching. See who else we can dig up. Need a miracle. Oh, okay, now we're getting to it. Doesn't matter. We're gonna keep looking. Okay, I think it's time to march. We have to march on Gamo. I can't really wait, so. Do I need to send Uraku? I think, isn't Toku a lot better? Yeah, she's a lot better, that's right. The Black Widow. The Black Widow herself. Toku, in my 1584 run, killed like 8 or 9 officers. It was crazy. She just kept taking heads every time I sent her to fight, somebody died. We need to get defensive overseer. Defensive infrastructure, I mean, but Ieyasu's not moving yet. Not against us. So I'm not going to get the policy just yet. I may regret it, but I'm going to hold off. I don't want to burn through my treasury that fast. Alright, so me and Sanzaburo. This is a pretty easy split for me. Keep Danamon in my unit to bolster my stats a little bit. I'm going to try not to use this garrison so that the Toyotomi don't attack me. You know, we can ignore this castle. Nah, it doesn't matter. Clear farmland. Wow, okay. Nobody to do it. Great. I think the Shogun is a free officer in this as well, so there's a chance that we could find the Shogun. Wow, this is an absolute mess. Did they become a vassal? They're allied with the Mori. Okay, so they're fighting the Toyotomi. Okay. Let's keep developing. The thing about Owari is that it's absolutely rich. It's a rich territory if you have enough time to build it up. Oh yeah, the Tsutsui are still kicking in Kari. We could gamble and just invade them. What do you think about that? You know what? Screw the Gamo. What if we go after the Tsutsui? I've never had their officers in my corps before, so... They've got the Blade Masters, right? Code of the Blade Masters. But that's about it. That's about it. They don't really have anybody else. There's a lot of confuse abuse. Holy shit. 3 officers with confuse abuse. I don't know. They could be worth taking out. Is this the only guy? I guess we've got to fight this on the field, huh? Nobukatsu's stats are so bad. You do not want to fight a field battle with Nobukatsu. Trust me, I've done it many times. It is not good. Especially when I had my northern campaigns as Nobukatsu. Those campaigns did not work out very well. Partly because of me trying to fight them on the main map, you know? Alright. Alright, remember Toku, we're not trying to kill anybody in this run. We want to recruit the Gamo, Toku. We don't want to kill anybody. Yeah, this force is just a lot of fun to use. Nobukatsu's got it's just one of those forces that's got a lot of interesting options going for it. It's got everything. The map location, the money, the role player officers, you know, nobody that really stands out too much where they dominate everybody else, but everybody has their role in this force. And because of the location, because you're in Owari, there's a lot of variables for how everything's going to turn out every time that you play. There's just a lot of replay value. And who doesn't like the idea of Oda resurgence, you know what I mean? Late in the game. Nobukatsu's pretty much, like, playing as Nobukatsu is officially an Oda resurgence attempt. You're basically trying to bring the Oda back from the brink. And you have to beat down your father's old guard to do it. You know, you have to beat down Hideyoshi's clan, and you have to beat down Ieyasu's clan to do it. So that in and of itself is neat, you know? I had to let him go, because if Toku wiped him out, she might have killed him. I'm telling you, she's got a mean streak in her. First blood goes to Nobukatsu. Alright, so we should be able to take that. They're going to take that. They're going to be left at Tamaru Castle. Are we going to be the ones to actually wipe them out, or are we going to lose them to Tokugawa? That's really going to be the question. I'm going to have to go all in. Going to have to go all in on taking them out. The disrespect. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Wow. Ieyasu heard Nobukatsu's proclamation, and he's like, I'll do you one better. Wow. The arrogance. The arrogance of Tokugawa. Alright, just blockade. Blockade. Damn, Gamo, why are you coming this way, man? Here we go with the border disputes. I'm telling you. I've learned my lesson. As soon as I get my thing, system reform up to level 3, I'm firing this guy. I'm not dealing with his bullshit. Gamo's wasting his men. Well, he's not wasting his men, but I wish he'd go fight Ieyasu instead. Ieyasu can replenish his losses. I cannot, you know? I'm trying to save Sons of Burrow's soldiers because his is the best unit. So if it comes down to it, he might be able to storm. He might be able to storm the castle down. Toku's got speedy. She should be able to cut him off. By the way, did you guys see the Romance 8 Remake live stream? They showed some gameplay today. Some actual gameplay. Okay, there's a pincer. Oh, I didn't know he had rapid assault. That's bad for me. We're just gonna take the camp. Don't want to kill him. Oh, Ikari, if you want to try Hidenobu, by all means, man, give it a shot. Give it a shot. I think I could have had something going on that one, but unfortunately he was struck down by a stray arrow during that siege. That was too bad. Alright, we're still blockading? Okay. Keep blockading, wait for Toku. Can find any Ronin, that's fine. Are we almost done with this policy? We gotta fire Hidemasa. Actually, I'm gonna march out. Sadakiyo, take all of our soldiers out of this castle before this guy throws them away. This is the problem. Hidemasa's in such a bad spot because you'll use all your soldiers and then you'll get invaded by somebody. You know what I mean? In this case, it's going to be the Ikeda. I forgot who's next to me in the 1584 run. I don't think it was Ikeda. But I was just constantly getting invaded, and Hidemasa just kept charging off and throwing away my garrisons. It was a nightmare. I'm going to search. I'm just going to keep searching. These guys are lords? Okay. Actually, Nobuhide can search. I don't have him set to auto. I just remembered that. Did the gameplay look promising? I'm gonna be honest, it was hard to tell because the guys who were playing didn't look like they knew what they were doing, which is not a good sign, right? So they showed off a battle, and one of the things that was cool was that they uploaded a picture of themselves as an officer. So I don't know if that's going to be a feature in the game or if that's just because they're devs. But they had themselves in the game, like a picture of themselves. They took like 2 pictures of themselves and they used it as an officer, which I thought was really fucking cool. I hope that's actually a thing in the game, right? But the battle that they showed off for 8 Remake today, they had a stream today, and they showed off the battle system. And the battle system looked like it was supposed to be an easy win for them. They were using, I think it was Machao. It was supposed to be an easy win, and they struggled their way through the whole battle. So I'm like, I'm like, these guys must not be the devs of the game. They must just be like the I don't know what you call it, but the people who present the game. You hire them to, I can't think of the name. There's a word. There's a word for what they are. You get them to showcase your game. Companies do this with like board games, for example. You'll hire a company to demo your game and at conventions and stuff. They'll show people how to play the game and stuff like that. And a lot of the times the people that are showing off the game don't know how to play the game themselves. So they can't even properly demo the game. So that's how the stream was. They had a battle set up that was supposed to be a slam dunk for them to show off the features, and they just struggled their way through it. So that was kind of annoying. The gameplay itself, though, looked pretty good. The duels, oh shit, there was a duel that was triggered. There was a duel triggered between Ma Chao and the guy who was fighting. I think it was Yang Xing. And the duel looked epic. It looked epic. You get, first of all, if you guys don't know, they're bringing back the old dueling system where you could choose your commands. And the old dueling system follows like a rock, paper, scissors. So you choose a command, they choose a command, it's revealed. Some commands will beat other commands, and that's... But within the rock, paper, scissors, you can choose to double down. So let's say you choose scissors. You can choose an empowered version of scissors that consumes stamina. This is how it worked in the old games. And if that scissors works, it deals extra damage. It's like a critical hit. But if it fails, you take more damage. So there was a moment where the enemy general scored a critical hit, and the game, you know, they went to deal blows on horseback, and the game slowed down, and it zoomed in on the guy avoiding the hit and then also counterattacking and hitting the general. So they put some work into revamping the duel system. It looked really cool. I hope that it's auto. I hope auto's still in the game, so you can just auto it, like not input any commands, because I don't really want to input commands myself. You know what I mean? But the fact that they brought that back so you have some control over it is really good. And the battles looked a lot faster. That was another thing. The guys were just frustrating me because they were playing so... They were just playing like they didn't know what they were doing. That's the best way I could put it. Like, it just... To me, it looked like these guys are not the actual devs. They're paid to showcase the game. And they don't know what's going on. Or they're the managers in charge of the project, but they're not actually involved with it closely, so they don't know what's going on. What's up, Modish? No, it didn't look awful at all. That was a good thing. It didn't look awful at all. I wish those guys played faster. That's the only thing I can say. But you know, I don't speak Japanese, so I don't know what they were saying either. Maybe the reason they were taking so long is because they were like explaining what they were doing. I don't know. To me, the body language and everything looked like they were a little bit lost. Like they were fumbling their way through everything. To me, it looked like a YouTube reviewer that, you know, played the game for 30 minutes and they're just releasing it to get the views and whatever, you know, to cast a net to get more people, and that's it. They don't actually know, they don't know what's going on or anything. They just put together a really rushed review. You know how you watch a review and you're like, that guy didn't fucking play the game. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And you watch the footage of them doing a battle and you're like, oh my god, this guy doesn't know how to play the game. And he's, you know, that's how it kind of looked. It looked kind of like that. Like they were just fumbling through everything. Well, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they were just explaining it or something, going through the beats, showing off the system, but to me it didn't look like that. The game looked good though. It looked fast. It looked fast. You know, you tell your guy to go and he moves. You know, a very, very clear, very quick pace, which is what I wanted to see. Because when I do a battle, you know, when you do a battle, you want to be able to be like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And then you just want to execute it. That's it. You don't want to spend a lot of time, like... I don't want to spend a lot of time microing through stuff, you know? I don't want that. I want it very quick, very zippy, you know? Oh, yes, go back. Should we push to the next castle? Yeah, let's do it. You guys can all go back. See if the Toyotomi are gonna attack. They might. We might have to siege up this castle as well. Because if you think about it, they could come through here to get here. Who can I appoint as the lord here anyway? Toku. She can build an arrow tower though, so I don't want to put her as the lord. What's his tactic again? Where's that at? Tactics. Concerted attack. Okay, that's not bad. Well, let me finish. Let's let him finish searching. He's searching, isn't he? What is he doing? Clearing the farmland. It's going to take 66 more days. Wow. You know what? We'll come back to... I'll find somebody else to do that. So we'll put those two there. We're going to siege up. It said arrow tower. Now it says camp fort. Dude, she had arrow tower. I could have sworn it said arrow tower. Was that for the lord position only? Does it change? Alright, I'm going to let System Reform 3 finish, and then I'm going to see. I could have sworn it said arrow tower for her. Maybe it changes, and if you're lord, you actually build something different. Yeah, let's fix up the castle. Now let's see. It is different. So she builds an arrow tower if she's in charge of the castle. But does that mean... Alright, let's just see. We can talk about it, or we can just do it and see. Does that mean she's going to build arrow towers everywhere? No. Just at the keep. Alright. That's still better than whatever else she was going to build as an officer. We can put a watchtower, secret camp. I don't remember what secret camp does. I forgot already. We just talked about secret camp. Is it defense decrease? I don't remember. I completely forgot what it does. I think it's defensive decrease, right? Okay. Alright, let's check the roads. So, if the Toyotomi come this way, they're going to have to come through only one direction, right through here. So we can stack like this. This doesn't hit? What if it's here? It doesn't overlap? No. So maybe we should give that up. Because the gate is here. Yeah, there's no reason to put anything there then. Okay, that's good. What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Arcade? Yeah, I caught the stream. I was just talking about it right now. So, the battle system looks a lot faster. It looked a lot faster. The dueling system looked epic. Now, what they showed off was exactly one duel. You guys can go back and watch it. It's towards the middle of the video between Ma Chao and I think it was Yang Xing. There's a point in the duel where Yang Xing gets a critical hit. And like I was saying, the camera zooms in and it shows Ma Chao go for his swing and the guy avoid and then counterattack and hit Ma Chao. It looked like the Three Kingdoms series, the 2010 Three Kingdoms series. The one that a lot of people don't like, but I liked it a lot. But a lot of people don't like the 2010 Three Kingdoms TV series. It looked like that. Like very over the top, you know, big critical hit. The camera zooms in, you see the hit, double damage. It looked really fucking cool. The battles were a lot faster. I couldn't get a sense of traps. Traps were on the map. I saw an arrow tower on the map that you can build. Arrow towers, unfortunately, are probably going to be broken again. Because I saw an arrow tower, but I didn't see any soldiers in it, so... If you've played, like, the other games, you know the arrow towers are one of the most broken things. So hopefully they've balanced it out a little bit. Because they weren't even a thing in original Romance 8. You couldn't build arrow towers. So, when arrow towers were first introduced... Oh, dude, really? We have to try to get him. The Enlightened Blade nullifies confusion. This guy is elite. This is what I look for right here. He's got networking as well. This is the guy. We have found the guy. So when arrow towers were first introduced into Romance, it was in Romance 9. And in that game, whenever you build an arrow tower, you'd have to have a garrison in the arrow tower. Okay? Meaning that you have to commit soldiers into your arrow tower. You couldn't just spam these buildings that don't require any upkeep and can just keep shooting forever, indefinitely. Then they changed it, and they became super OP. So hopefully in 8, there's some kind of drawback to them, but if somebody's seen the video or knows Japanese, I guess you could tell me if they fixed them, you know, if they commented on them. But I saw them on the map, and to me it looked like they were dominant, you know. They were just a building that just kept firing and firing. Their HP was a lot higher than newer games, too. That was another thing that was concerning. So, you can see how it could be a problem, right? Maybe not as a player, because as a player, if you use them or not is up to you. Who cares? But if you go to invade the computer, if you go to invade somebody and they just build up 3 arrow towers or 4 arrow towers and you can't get through, that's going to be a fucking problem. If your offensive push, your momentum is halted because you can't get through the arrow towers because they chew up your soldiers, and now you don't have enough to attack the city, that's going to be frustrating. So, I guess that's balancing stuff, you know, all stuff that's going to be seen, I guess, when we actually get our hands on the game. But to me, it was the only thing that I saw was a little concerning. The other thing that was frustrating was that the guys just didn't seem like they knew what they were doing. It just looked like they just didn't look like they knew what they were doing, so faster, but I wanted them, me personally, I want to see what somebody who knows what they're doing, right? I mean, maybe it's just me, but I would like to see somebody who knows the system in and out showcase the game. Not, you know what I mean? Not two bumbling oafs who don't know what's going on. Like, I didn't understand. Obviously, there's a language barrier, but to me it seemed like they just didn't know what they were doing. Like, they couldn't find commands. To me it looked like they couldn't find commands. They weren't showcasing whatever they were trying to show us. And the battle that they had set up looked like it was supposed to be a cakewalk for them, you know? The battle that they showed off looked like a journalist mode, right? Like, it looked like when Ubisoft invites IGN to showcase something. And so they pick a situation where the journalist can just get their hand held all the way through. Like, take my hand, we're just gonna gently walk you through this. That's how it seemed the battle was set up. And they still played very slowly. And they still seemed like they were struggling. So it was frustrating. It was frustrating. They could have put a translator too. I don't know why they didn't have somebody, you know. I know they don't look at us in the West, you know, as a market really, but it's like you could have put some English subtitles so some of us could understand what you were saying during the showcase for the game. We're never going to take that, so all I can do is keep them pinned down until I can recover enough to send the next wave in. So that's what Sadakiyo is going to do. Once his food supplies get low, we're going to storm for bonus damage, and then that's it. But yeah, from the little that I saw, the game's in good hands. I also saw that the scenarios are all there. They weren't lying. There's at least 50 scenarios in the game, just like original 8, and they're all broken up into eras, and you can go year by year, just like the original. So the replayability is going to be insane, and it's one of those games that's going to reward you. If the more that you've played Romance of the Three Kingdoms in the past, the more you're going to be rewarded, because you're going to know where all the good spots are when you go to play a scenario, right? It's like a new person versus a new listener to a band versus a veteran. The veteran's going to know where all the deep cuts are, where all the good tracks are, the best versions of each album and stuff like that, you know? So having each year is going to be... The replayability is just going to be insane for the game. Alright, once he gets about 40, I'm going to start charging. I'm doing no damage. The Blade Master, we're going to get him. I don't know about that. What if we just give you this nice tea set? It's not enough. He doesn't care for tea. Can we put him in charge of the castle? No. That would have been epic. I don't want to commit him to a spot. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I guess we'll put him here because Toku's moved on. So he would command most of the units here. His loyalty is going to be absolute trash, though. I'm gonna have to commit him for 10 years. That's unfortunate, but oh, it doesn't help. That doesn't help much. We can't promise lordship either. This sucks. Alright, so what if we do 5 years and I take back the pots? Okay, and then I just give him some gold instead. His loyalty is going to be a 2, but we can have him marry Toku. What do you guys think the loyalty boost is for marriage? Is there a flat rate for that, or does it depend? What's up, Giles? It's similar, Modish, it's similar to the Nobukatsu run, but it's different because the original Nobukatsu run was 1584. This is 1591. So it's a later start date, which means that Nobukatsu's starting situation has only gotten worse. We have less officers to work with. Everything's just worse off. Everything's worse off. We don't have the alliance with Ieyasu. You know, in 1584, Ieyasu couldn't attack me. I could be fighting both forces. Both large forces on this one. So this could be a lot more difficult. Arrow towers are going to be broken. Yeah, they might be broken, Arcade. They're going to be really broken if you don't have an answer. If the player, if they make siege weapons as shitty as they are in 14, if siege weapons can't demolish buildings, that's what's going to make them broken. Because then I'm not going to have, as a player, as a human player, I'm not going to have an answer. So then if I deploy and I go to fight Cao Cao and he's got 2 arrow towers, it's like, great. I'm going to lose 15% of my soldiers no matter what before I even clash with Cao Cao's army. Just because they deployed arrow towers. You know? So that's the thing I'm worried about. Yeah, there's always more buildings than arrow towers, but arrow towers are like S tier, and everything else is B tier. That's how it's been for years. Yeah, the game looks amazing. The graphics look good. Isn't that a relief, Ikari, that the graphics look good? That's a huge relief. I thought it looked like a mobile game. I said that in my impressions video. I was like, from far away, it looks like a mobile game. It does not look like a mobile game. You can zoom in and see the, you can see the detail and all that stuff. So. It's weird, isn't it, that nobody's gonna play a game zoomed in. Like, nobody plays a game like this. Nobody plays like this. But we still want the option to be able to do that, right? Even if I'm not going to be all the way zoomed in to see all the detail, I still want the option to be able to see the detail, you know? It's funny how that works. Alright, is he down to 40 days? 46. Alright, we got to marry him. We got to marry the Blade Master to Toku. That's going to be the guy. That's going to be our general. His loyalty's only going to go up to 12. This guy really does not like us. Very fickle. Maybe I can give him a... Maybe I can give him a better treasure. I could give him this jar piercer. That's going to bankrupt me. Shit. What if we get a title from the court? I'm just... I got so many things going right now. I don't have the free officer to do it. Why can't I give him my post? It said I had a post there. This is a blade. Would he not like that instead? I can't give it to him yet. Cannot be changed. I don't know, but I feel like we have to let him, we have to get him married. We have to get him married, because 7 is way too low, but 12 is not that much better. This is his best, this is the best I can do right now, until I can get him a post, and then maybe I can raise his loyalty a little bit higher. What's up, V? The true hero of the Three Kingdoms, Yang Song? Oh my god, dude, I don't know who I'm gonna play as. I'm leaning towards the Cao Cao Coalition scenario. There's a fictional scenario that's I think it's like an early purchase bonus. It takes place during the Battle of Guandu. The idea is that it's the Battle of Guandu and everybody's allied against Cao Cao. Sun Tzu's stolen a piece of territory, Liu Bei steals a piece of territory, and then they ally with Yuan Shao against him. So I'm thinking of playing that as Cao Cao. That could have potential to actually be a difficult starting position for Wei. And my kingdom for a Blade Master, that's right. And outside of that, I'm thinking of a Lubu run. So those are the two I'm looking at right now. I wasn't going to do Cao Cao, but I mean, I don't play as the Three Kingdom forces usually, but the idea of Wei having a hard starting point for a change, like an actual difficult scenario, that's really tempting. Like, I actually have to try that. Because Wei has so many good officers, a lot of unique officers with interesting things, but they're just so strong that it just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? They're so high above everybody that it doesn't matter that they have all these interesting pieces, because you don't really use them. You end up pointing and clicking, and things end up being erased no matter what. So, to me, the idea of fighting Yuan Shao when he's powered up with his massive army and then having to deal with Sun Ce and Liu Bei, that sounds cool. So I'm leaning towards that, you know, but... Okay, but you should be able to beat this guy, right? His stats are all in the 70s. What are yours? 89 attack. It's gonna be close. Are we ready to march on this guy? Not even close either. Okay, great. Oh, the game didn't let me pause in between and he got destroyed. That's annoying. Distant employment, here we go. Distant employment. The Blade Master's already finding us people. We should get Code of the Blade Master. If we can afford it. Oh, he's gotta have honor, that's right. I need to deploy somebody. We need to blockade. Don't even have to be good. You just have to... I just need you to take the field and prevent this castle from recovering. That's all. Simple. Li Ju? Yeah, I would like to play Li Ju. He's a lot of fun, especially like immediately after he separates. When he's got Jiaxu in his court. I've done that before. I don't really like Zhang Lu because Zhang Lu is like really boring. He has nothing, he almost never has anything unique going for him. If they would give him some unique stuff, him or his officers, it'd be interesting, but I don't like these guys who are like really drab. Like super drab, like there's nothing unique about him. Do I want to expand the market already? Is this guy gonna... I don't know if he's gonna charge off with our people already. Probably is. You know what? Can we replace him already? Let's just get rid of him. Alright, yep. Sadakiyo's in charge. Much better. Much better. We gotta alleviate that headache. You know? We're gonna try to take out Ujisato. I'm really interested to see what the fictional scenarios are gonna be in that game. Like, I saw in one of the still images that they gave it its own category. I have to assume that they're going to go big on fictional scenarios in Romance 8 Remake. Because all the other scenarios, you're just copying and pasting. So the fictional scenarios are actually going to be new material for Remake. That's actually going to be like new content. Because original 8 didn't have any fictional scenarios outside of the Battle Royal that they have in every game. You know, the standard Battle Royal. So it's going to be really cool to see what they add to the fictional category. I also hope that they have the editor. Hopefully the editor is fleshed out. So if I want to make things more difficult, you know, I can do that. Not just hope that they've done something. I'm going to keep searching. You never know. You never know who's gonna turn up. Who's gonna answer the call and join the Mad Jester's court in Awari. The true fool of Awari, Nobukatsu. Where are we at? 39? 27. Once this is ready, we can deploy the Blade Master with Nobukatsu. Sadakiyo's here. We gotta replace Nobuhide. I forgot about that. There are no good candidates. Okay. This guy's a little better. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep Nobuhide with me. I mean, he can boost up my stats at least when he's in a unit with me. So keep the family together. Yeah, the events are now branching, and it looks like they fleshed them out from 14. Romance 14 introduced that system, but it looks like 8's gonna actually build on top of it, which is rare. It's very rare for Koei to just build on a system. For them to introduce something and then say, okay, we're not gonna throw that in the trash can. We're gonna build on it. That's kind of crazy. That's what the tail system is. Their tail system is their event system from 14, but they're actually adding more to it, like branching paths, you know? I saw that, where Dongjuo can stop the plot. I wonder what that means, though. What kind of result can you get from that? Is Lubu going to become his own force? Does Lubu die? Like, does Dongjuo stop the plot and Dongjuo dies? I mean, Lubu dies and Wang Yang die and Diao Chan die? Like, I wonder what the outcome is going to be from that. We're probably not going to get an event editor, though, because of that. Because of the Tails. Because if you add an event editor into the game, then you just undermine all the Tails stuff, you know? And that seems to be their big, one of their big bragging points right now. What about the other spot? Is it the same thing? Because the same area? Yeah. See what we find with that distant employment. Morunobu. Well, he has high political. He has no tactics though, so that sucks, but ideally he shouldn't see a battlefield, right? Alright, are we ready to attack this guy? I think we are, right? 47, 33. What's Ieyasu up to? Nothing. Wow. Okay. He did not take out Mazuyuki right away. See, we have all the daimyo set to S. And also, Ujinao's his AI level is set to C in this game, which is crazy. That means that whenever he takes over, the Hojo just immediately stop whatever they're doing. They just become mediocre overnight. Mazuyuki has not fallen, but he is allied with the Uetsugi. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Rumor. You want to keep stealing people from these guys, huh? Alright. I'm not against it. Do what you gotta do. I'm just glad that he's not sieging up. Uh-oh. What's this? Where are you going? Oh, okay. They're already clashing down here. Couldn't find any Ronin. Alright, 5,000 is good enough. Let's march. I will take these guys, and then Sons of Bro can take the rest. Oh, come on. Alright. Take this castle finally. Get the Blade Master out here. I don't know if I want to deploy from here just yet. No, I'm gonna wait. Don't want to invite Ieyasu just yet. Can we fight? No. Okay. I think we're going to be able to get him. The Gamo clan. Yeah, they really should add on this game. I agree, Kari. They should just build on this system. This system is a really solid starting point. So if I was them, I would not just scrap this thing with the next game. I have to assume that they're already working on the next Nobunaga's ambition too, because the romance is done. You know, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms remake is already done. It's finished. There wasn't a lot to do either, if you think about it, because you're just copying and pasting an old game's engine, and you're just polishing it up. That's all you're doing, you know? You're adding a couple of things, but it's not like starting a game from scratch. So I have to assume that they're making some... They're already, like, knee-deep in working on the next Nobunaga game. So I wonder if we're going to see a faster cycle this time. Like, I wonder if we're going to hear about the next Nobunaga's Ambition game by next year. You know, we're going to be here next fall, and they're already going to be talking about releasing it. Instead of waiting 2 years or 3 years. Because 8's got to be done. All its DLC has to be done already. Everything that they're going to release for 8, it's already in the can, you know? They've got all their DLC and all that shit's already sorted. I don't know if they're gonna make a power-up kit though. That's the only thing I'm wondering, like, because it's supposed to be it's supposed to include the power-up kit already, the remake. So I wonder if they would try making a power-up kit for that, or if they're just gonna leave it as is. Oh, jeez. Rapid assault. We might not get this. Sounds like Burrow's gonna go any second now. Come on, Nobukatsu, it's gonna be all you, buddy. Oh, Jesus, another rapid assault? Back to back? Come on, Nobukatsu. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Fool of a Wari. Oh my God. Embarrassing. Fool of a Duke. Yeah, if they made a second PUK, I would love a second PUK for this. I would take that. In a year from now, if they were like, hey guys, we've still been working on this, we're making a second PUK for it, that'd be great. Yeah, that was ugly. I hope Ieyasu doesn't scoop everything up now, but we gotta keep pushing anyway. Oh man, 90 days, 90-day agitation, it's like fucking eternity. He might be too busy fighting off this guy, I hope. Get him out of the way, let's go. Okay. That's great. Oh my God, he returns. Ujisato has no chill at all. The best laid plans. They come undone. Now I'm gonna have to risk marching from Narumi. I didn't want to do it because I don't want to start a war with Ieyasu just yet. You know, I want to beef up my officer corps. But we might have to do it. It's either that or just all my effort over there is for nothing, you know? Those are the choices. Let this guy recover. We're living on borrowed time right now. Sooner or later, we're gonna be invaded by somebody. And then we're gonna be in real trouble. More markets, okay. Okay, get them. Peace tribe, no, that's a waste of time. Come on. We gotta go. Wait a second. Hang on. Can you not beat this guy? No, you can't. Alright. Okay, just checking. Just checking. Run. Jeez. If we lose the Gamo clan to the Tokugawa... Well, there you go. Oh, man, I'm fucking agitated. Shit. Can't do nothing. No friends. No help coming. Alright, let's see. Will I play as an officer? I don't know, V. I don't really like officer play. I haven't liked officer play since original Romance 7 and 8, so I might do an officer run, but I don't know if I would like upload videos for it, you know what I mean? I have to I gotta test it myself to see what I can do with it. If it's like the old system in 8, it should be really good. It should be very fleshed out, because the original 8 officer system was really, really fucking cool. But I don't know. Officer is kind of a... I don't know that it would lend itself towards like videos and streaming, you know? But I'll definitely try it to see. Like the officer play in the old ones, you could really do a lot of crazy shit. Like a lot of crazy stuff. Like my favorite thing to do was to run like a mercenary band. And then just go from town to town, participating in different wars, building up reputation. Every once in a while you run into an officer that you actually want to recruit into your brotherhood, like into your merry band of mercenaries. That was always really cool. I guess I'll put him here. Okay, so let's see, yep. That's only 3 units. Plus that guy is 4. Wait, I didn't see this guy here. He's already got 4 units then. Okay. But I can't do anything, so who cares? Let's get an irrigation here. Please and thank you. You played as a vassal once and you won a few big battles? Oh, yeah. And then became independent? Yeah, it's cool when you try to become independent, when you make that power play, because you have to make so many things happen. My favorite thing to do was to work as, like, a lord. I think it was called a lord or a viceroy, where you were in charge of a castle for your lord, so you were in charge of managing a front for the kingdom. So I like doing that as playing as Wu or Shu and managing a front in the kingdom. So that was cool, because I could only control a portion of the war effort, you know? And I like that because sometimes your ruler would do really smart things and sometimes your ruler would do really stupid things. And whenever you completed certain feats in original 8, you would get favors. You would earn like privileges, right? And you could cash in your privileges to force the ruler to do something. So you could tell your ruler, hey, we need more soldiers on this front. And your ruler would tell you, no, I do not approve that your requisition request, right? And you could cash in a favor. But they were really rare. They were very difficult to get. So choosing when to call in a personal favor to help your dumb AI ruler so that the kingdom doesn't collapse was really cool. But sometimes you have runs where the ruler's just dumb the whole time. So, and then it's like, why am I even bothering, you know? Like, those runs were fun until your immersion gets broken, until something really stupid happens, you know? Then something dumb really happens, and then your immersion just can't handle it anymore, and you're like, well, I should just play as the ruler at this point. So, I would love for them to, obviously work on that AI and flesh it out a little bit more, but I'm not hoping for any changes to the AI, honestly. I'm actually expecting the AI to be the same as original 8, you know? Huge glaring holes that don't make any sense, things that are completely overlooked. That's all I can do. How many days do I have left? 10 days. Oh, I'm going to be able to fight. Okay. It's just that... What does this tribe unit do? How do I look at the tribe? Okay, but I can't see the unit. Oh, you can't see the unit if they're not an officer. Okay. Trying to figure out if I want to throw them in. I think I do. I'm gonna have this tribe trade punches with this tribe to create a weak point for when we do fight. 10 days, right? Almost there. Now, if Ieyasu attacks us while we're gone, we are done. If Ieyasu moves in, I think we're done. I think you guys only need to be in Kyushu, right? To participate. Kyushu's close enough. The really good thing about Awari is everything's so compacted that it's very easy to defend from one front to the next. Yeah, we're gonna lose the fucking Gamo. Well, no, because he didn't siege up. So he's gonna lose this castle, and then this will be the final castle. And it's already beat up. We might be able to get the Gamo still. Depending on how this war goes. How quickly we can settle it. We have to win, too, obviously. We have a lot of soldiers, but they're going to have a couple of weak points because of the tribes. They're still blockading? I thought they'd storm for sure. It sounds like a good stream. Maybe. I guess it'll just depend on if people want to see it. I could do a poll or something at some point, and then see if people want to see like an officer run. It really depends on the system and the flow of the game. Like officer play is going to be great in my opinion. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. It's going to be really good. Like, whenever we played Romance 7, for example, Romance 7 had multiplayer, and some of my friends would only play as officers. You know, that's all they played. They would not play as a ruler or anything above it. Warlord, nothing like that. They were only interested in playing as an officer because it was that good. So, I'm not saying that the system is going to be bad. I'm just saying that it's not... I don't know if it's going to be something that you can really work as like a video, you know? I'll just have to see. I'll just have to see how it flows, because flow's the main thing about it. It's got to flow really well. They're just content to blockade, so I'm going to let it get blockaded for a while, and to let my soldiers in Kyushu heal up. When they start storming, then I'll have to make the hard choice. There's coffee. I thought I put you on auto. You haven't built a single thing. Why? That's weird. Huh. Okay. What's the castle down to? Getting pretty low. What are we up to? Let me see if I can get to 3,000 at least. Oh no! I almost got screwed. One defense. They almost stole the castle from under me, hitting me with that plot. We almost got screwed out of that. Because you'll get hit with the plot, and then the game won't let you pause in time. So another bit of time will go by. So they almost hit me with the plot, and then we're able to take the castle. Alright, let's see. 9,000 against 17. Wait, we're missing the Goya castle. Hold on, let's get the Bladesman out here. And then Uraku, we're gonna need him to participate too. Gotta even out the odds a little bit. Alright, now how are we looking? 12 to 17. That's better, I mean. I'm probably gonna have to defend an extra camp. I don't know if they're going to. So if I win this, Ieyasu's gonna take this, and then Gamo will be left with Anotsu Castle. We're only gonna have one crack at taking that castle afterwards. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna get a coffee real quick and then we'll start this fight. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be right back in a second. What's up, Mark? Yeah, that portrait, man. I don't know if you've played Romance 14, but Nobukatsu's portrait has the same energy as Yuan Tan's portrait. You know, Yuan Chao's kid, the eldest, where he's just screaming. Nobukatsu's portrait has the same exact energy. It almost feels like it was the same guy who did it. The same idea, you know? Almost the same pose and everything. You know, one scenario I'm interested in playing for 8, I'm probably going to do like a top 10 or top... I can't go past top 10 actually because it'd be way too long. But one of the top 10s I'm probably going to have to do are like scenarios to try. Start dates, right? One of them, if it's in the game, is going to be Suge Dan's Rebellion. Suge Liang's cousin. So late in the Three Kingdoms period, Suge Liang's cousin, who's working for Wei, tries to orchestrate a rebellion to overthrow Wei with the help of Wu. And, you know, it ends in a disaster or whatever. But in Romance 8 and in Romance 7, you could play as him. And it's crazy because it's just the Three Kingdoms period, you know? Wei's just massive. And you start with one city. He literally it's like a failed uprising. So you have like one city, 10 or 12 officers. Some of them are pretty strong, but I mean, you're just fighting all of Wei. And you have Wu behind you, so I really hope that he's selectable in that scenario. I really hope, because I'd love to try that. Try to make his rebellion work. You know, get Wu to help me survive in the early game and then actually start overthrowing Wei. That would be fucking awesome. Yeah, these two guys are the weak point. That's why I had my tribe unit just charge into them. Just so that they could be so weak that we could just blow right through them. And that's what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do everywhere else, but we might be able to steal a camp victory, a morale victory, by taking the camp and then holding all the other points. I don't know about the center. How good is this guy? Okay. Right, the Ikeda don't have anybody that's that good. Shit, this is gonna be tough, because I need soldiers if I want to try to take the Gamo. Let's put somebody with high attack. Well, let's put the Blade Master over here, so he can carve up the tribe unit and put pressure on the camp immediately. And I don't think I'm gonna take the Inspire point. I think I'm just gonna let them pass, let them overextend their lines a little bit, because they don't have as many units as I do. Yeah, doesn't he look just like him? It's just like Yuan Tan. It's almost like it's almost like they reused the pose. Like, you know how in you know how, like, in comics, they reuse that pose of Superman holding a Supergirl from Crisis on Infinite Earths? It's like Superman dramatically holding Batman, I mean. And he's yelling and he's holding his lifeless body. And they reuse that all the time. Every once in a while, an artist will make a comic and they'll copy that pose. They'll pay homage to it because it's iconic. That's how the Nobukatsu feels. Nobukatsu feels like he's just ripped. That artist is ripping off the Yuan Tan artist. It's almost exactly the same. Except Nobukatsu looks confused and angry, where Yuan Tan just looks angry. Yuan Tan looks like he's about to throw a punch at somebody. Nobukatsu just looks completely confused. He looks like he's upset because he's confused. Yeah, I'm only going to push on this side. So, push on the right side, let them take the Inspire point. We'll just prepare to defend the camps on the left side, while our right side does all the work. It's not, I don't think that's ever going to happen, Noguchi. They're never going to let you make your own scenario. The closest thing we got was what we have right now, where you can scramble the map. That's basically the closest thing you'll get. Because, you know, if they let us make our own scenario in Nobunaga's Ambition or Romance, then they can't charge us for DLC anymore. You know, so they'll never do that, because there will be no incentive for you to buy a scenario from them if you can make your own. It's just, that's how they think. That's, I mean, and they're not wrong, but there will be some people who will still buy them because they don't have the time to make their own scenarios, right? Some people just don't have the time for shit like that. But their marketing team or whatever is just, they'll never allow it. They're, you know, I'm actually surprised that they let us scramble the map. Because even scrambling the map comes really close to making your own scenario. So, like, if I was like, you know, a soulless corporate suit at Koei who only saw profits and numbers, I wouldn't let them even scramble the map. I wouldn't even let them put that tool in the game. I wouldn't let you adjust, you know, like numbers, troop numbers and stuff like that. I'd be like, no, we're not letting players do that, because we want to sell them DLC. We want to maximize profits. We want to bleed our players dry with DLC. You know? That's why I say again that Romance 8, as great as it is that we're getting a remake, there's in my opinion, it reeks of a kind of a desperate attempt, a desperate gamble to drum up interest. So, to me, I think all is not well at Koei. You know, I think they lost a lot of money last year, a lot of money in their other IPs, and this to me seems like a desperate attempt to get players reinvigorated into their games. And it's an admission that the modern stuff has not worked. You know, it really is. At least from selling, from whatever, on some level, it's an admission that the modern stuff has not worked. For them to go back to 8, for them to go back 2 decades. 2 decades. Alright, now we can swoop in. We just have to hold the line right there. I don't know about beating this guy. We can try, but might be better to get the camp. Might be better to get him to get back to his camp, I should say. Okay, cool. He's done. Let's get out of his way. You almost never want to waste time beating up a tribe. You know? It really is just a waste of time. Much better to get out of the way if you can. Which it looks like I can't. Okay, yep, I see that. Yeah, I can't. Alright. Hold him, Sadakio. Hold him. We're on the way. Alright. We take this, and I think we'll get a camp victory. We should get enough morale, I mean, from that to win. I don't want to completely destroy this army because I want to save my soldiers so that we can march on the Gamo next. He's not in charge of his own castle, so it's fine. Who's this gonna affect? Him? Yeah, it's 1592, yeah. He's got that look on his face that says, that's right, I'm still here. Nobukatsu is basically Michael Scott. You know what I mean? If you've seen The Office, he's Michael Scott. We have no idea how he got the job. I don't know how he's still in charge, but he's got that charm to him. We want to see him succeed. We want to see him succeed. Alright, good. Get him out of here. Yeah, V, playing as the Yuan brothers against Cao Cao is one of my favorite things to do in the whole series. I've played, I think I have a run on the channel. Oh, no, it's not a run, is it? No, I think I kept that one just for me. I did a run as Yuan Shang against Cao Cao, the 202 scenario in Romance 14 that they added. That run was awesome. It was an immense struggle. So, the Yuan family, after Cao Cao wins Guandu, you know how Yuan Shan and Yuan Tan start fighting? And then Yuan Shang, the events start happening where you start losing your territory. So historically, Yuan Shang gets pushed all the way up into Gongsun Zhang's territory before he's wiped out. You know, they lose their last territory, they go to the Gongsun family, the Gongsun betray them, you know, history, right? I did a run as Yuan Shang, and I let all the events play. So, all the events were just triggering. I would win some battles against Cao Cao's forces, and an event would trigger, and I'd lose a castle. And then the next event would trigger, and I'd lose the next... I lost all my territory in the north until I was down to my last spot in G, and then I won all my territory back, and won the run. It was awesome. But I don't think I was uploading at the time, so I don't think it's on the channel. But yeah, the run was awesome. I love playing as the Yuan brothers against Cao Cao. It's an uphill battle. It's a real uphill battle. You know, because you're stranded in the north. There's no allies that you can make. Nobody can come to, you know, to rescue you. There's nobody to depend on. You're just up against it. I'm definitely going to do something like that with 8 Remake. That's going to be one of the first things that I do. I tried it as Yuan Tan as well, but Yuan Tan is impossible. I can't win as him. He's just got way too many problems. Like, as his force... That's a hopeless run, surviving as Yuan Tan. That's hopeless. Yeah, we gotta increase the crops. Alright, he's frozen for 4 months, 5 months. Okay, that's good enough. So yeah, they're losing this. We're gonna move in and get this. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy. Just in case he deploys against me on the field. Alright. We have to get him. If we get the Gamo clan, we're going to be in a much better position. Just bring everybody, right? Because you're agitated. He might attack me from up there, but it's worth the risk. Like, whatever future problems, it's still worth the gamble to try to get these guys right now. They took the castle. Last spot. I think we're gonna get him. Ieyasu keeps fucking insulting me. This is the third time this guy's like, you want to be a vassal? The audacity. Prepare your neck for the ceremonial cut, Ieyasu. That's what I tell the messenger. Tell your daimyo to prepare his neck. Alright, you can go back. Once we get the Gamo, we'll be a contender. Not immediately. I mean, we're going to be fighting for our lives, but we'll at least be a contender with the Gamo. Because I'll be able to fill in the castles. So I'll be able to get, you know, somewhat of an economy going. We're still going to need a lot of key defenses to work, because Ieyasu's got no one else to fight but me. At least on the western side, I don't know. He's not doing anything at all in the east, which is ridiculous. The last time I tried this as the Hojo, he wiped out Mazayuki immediately. Like, I had to spend... I think what ended up happening was I spent all my soldiers to keep Mazayuki alive. Is he still allied with the Iwasugi? They're not allied, but they're not fighting each other either. That's weird. All the AI are set to S, so that's what I'm assuming has changed everything. I knew you were going to deploy against me. I should be able to beat him this time, right? The last time we couldn't beat him. Alright, I'm going to take down my shields down. We got to bring our big sister into this fight with us. Yeah, Murashige, I was thinking about playing as him. There was supposed to be a fictional scenario where he was playable, but... I think there's a fictional scenario that came out in the East that we just never got in the West. And I think somebody had said that he was playable in that scenario, so... I wanted to try him, and I wanted to try the Imago. Imago Resurrection, like when that event happens that restores the Imago, but it's just the Warlord and Shikanosuke with one castle. I wanted to try that, but we never got the DLC, so... I mean, we might still get it, right? But I feel like it's never happening at this point. Alright, we're gonna try to take the camp, I guess. We take the camp, we'll get the whole Gamo clan. Everybody who's in there. not even worried. What's up, Apotheosis? Yeah, Apple, I saw it. I saw the stream today. I was talking about it earlier. Pretty sure you can play with anybody if you use the edit command. Yeah, you're not wrong. I just meant that Murashige, I think in that scenario, he has a unique starting spot. He's got like 3 castles and a couple of officers. He's basically got the start where, like, when he rebels during the game. That's what I think it is. Alright, we've got him. Rebuild. Get the defenses back up. I don't know why it resets every time. Yeah, that's good. It looked good. You know, like I said, overall, the stuff that they showed off, everything looked really good. I really liked the duels. The duel looked way better than recent years, the dueling system. Battles looked way faster. I just wish the guys that were presenting it I don't know, showed it off a little bit better. Because to me it didn't seem like they knew exactly, they didn't quite know what they were doing during the presentation, but deploy again, huh? Well, we should be able to beat him this time. How many has he got left? 193? Alright, I'm gonna start leaving. I'm gonna head back. I gotta head back to Awari. I can't be far from Awari for too long. We have 2 ginormous powers surrounding us. So I gotta get back. I gotta get back to my court. My court needs me. Every court needs its Jester. So long. Gamo Clay, yes. We finally have some really good officers. Fujisato Gamo, Sanai Oka, Scrooge McDuck, 2 pirates. Wait, where's your pirate brother? There's your pirate brother, okay. And then everyone else can really just help me run all these castles, man. We're gonna have to set up like a couple of defensive fronts to defend against these massive forces we're surrounded by. What? Our family doesn't want to come back? Family's got to stick together, though. Oh, you guys haven't seen Fast and the Furious. Nobukatsu's sister, right? Yeah. Nobukatsu's sister and Nobukatsu's uncle. And they don't want to rejoin. Wow. It's all about family, like Vin Diesel says. Family. 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 Look at that. We had all that empty space and now it's getting nice and filled in. We now have enough to survive. That's about it. Alright, let the Fool of a Warrior return to his lair. We must prepare for the Tokugawa invasion. that is surely going to be on the way. So we're going to have to siege up both of these key points. Right? I think so. Let's get bodyguard formation. Ooh, I can only afford one. Bodyguard or defense? I can get a discount on defense. I need the honor though. I need the honor like very quickly. I'm gonna go with bodyguard. Can't get it? Okay. That's not good. Give them the axe. John, everybody deserves a second chance, right? Yeah, that is classic Oda, you're right. Yeah, they don't believe in family, Jimmy, apparently. They're just, that's not what it's about. I guess when it comes to the Oda, I guess that's not what it's about. 26 officers. Shit. I need to disperse them before I'm invaded. I'm not gonna have time. I know I'm not gonna have time. Question is, who's gonna attack first? It's gotta be Ieyasu because he hasn't gone anywhere. Uji now is restoring the Hojo. Hojo restoration is happening. Because his AI, all the AI has been set to S level. So everybody's got Nobunaga level AI right now. And this guy, Uji now, actually had C level AI, which is funny. Because at level C, you don't do anything. Level C AI just sits around. We need to do this networking. Alright, who can we put in charge of this castle? He's only got 15 loyalty. Would this be a good use? Here's the thing. This is our best guy by like a mile. How come he didn't bring his wife? I just realized that. Our sister, he was married to Yumi, right? Kind of weird that she didn't follow him. I don't know if I want to waste this guy, quote unquote, waste him running a defensive castle when I could use him in offensive pushes. That's my But this spot is important. Ieyasu can surge from two spots, here and Narumi. It might be more important to put him in charge of Narumi Castle, because our economy's here. If this falls and this falls, it doesn't really matter. This matters. Did you have any family with you? Besides our your wife there, who refused to join us and basically left you. Was there divorce during this time period? Does anybody know? I feel like there was, but it was probably very different, right? Like very, very different. Is Seraphil in the chat? Seraphil will know. Yeah, I just feel like I'd be wasting this guy, making him fortify up. But at the same time, if I'm invaded, if Ieyasu sends a massive army, I'm going to regret it. I'm going to instantly regret it. Holy shit, he can build a battery. Battery. That's almost too good to pass up. Again, though, I don't want to waste him on a defensive. like lock him in a trench when I could use him offensively. What about Nobuhide? Nobuhide can build one. Put Nobuhide over there. Oh, he's already there. Okay. My mistake. Alright, he's there. He doesn't build a battery if he's in charge of the castle. Could you imagine if Sanzaburo could build a battery as the castle lord? Dude, that would be amazing. To have a battery dealing damage out on top of the citadel? On top of the citadel damage? Oh, so one of the things that I was seeing in the Romance 8 remake when they were showing it off, right? One of the things that worried me was the arrow towers. Because I was talking about this earlier, but the arrow towers have been really strong. Like, ridiculously overpowered in all the games. And it looks like they're going to put them back into Romance 8 Remake when they didn't exist at all. So, I hope they know what they're doing by including arrow towers in a game that didn't even have it. You know what I mean? I'm going to say no. You know, my guess is they don't know what they're doing, and the arrow towers are probably going to be broken in 8. Because they didn't exist before. So, and this company's not exactly known for playtesting when it comes to balance, right? Everything's kind of like willy-nilly when it comes to balancing. So that was one of the things that I was like, this could be a problem. Because as a player, you love arrow towers, but when you're fighting the AI, it's a different story. And Romance 8 doesn't use a world map for battles. It uses a battle map when you know, just like this. So, if you join a battle map and you have to fight through a bunch of arrow towers before you clash with a force, that's going to be a very negative experience for new players. Like, that's really... If they're over-tuned like they have been, it's going to be a big problem. And it's going to be twice as bad if siege weapons continue to be terrible, like they have been in recent entries. You know, siege weapons have been awful. So if there's no good way to break buildings, to destroy structures, and then you guys are going to throw in these OP towers, and then you're going to ask new players to fight Cao Cao, or Sun Ce, or Dongzhuo, and they have to chew through arrow towers before they clash with Lu Bu, it's a recipe for disaster, you know what I mean? That potentially is going to be a recipe for disaster. You know, I wonder, he can't run his own castle, right? The pirate guys? No, okay, so he has to serve, alright. Even more reason to get bodyguard formation. Alright, that board's full. We have to figure out where to put Scrooge McDuck. Camp enclosure, I have no idea what camp... Does anybody know what camp enclosure does for siege battles? I have no idea. I'm gonna put him over there for now. We need to get bodyguard, right? Let's do it. Give him the money. Oh yeah, the Tachibana. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right, Apple. They did get they got a divorce. All right, V. Have a good night, man. I might see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Saturday night. I always do my I always do a stream Saturday night. So tomorrow night we're gonna continue our overrun. So. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, there should be tools like cannons. I miss cannons. I really do. I missed the system that they had in Rise to Power and even Iron Triangle. I really missed the tech system. They need to reincorporate it. I don't know why they scrapped it. I'm assuming they just didn't have the time. You know, not enough time and all that stuff. Budgetary constraints and all that shit. There should be a limit to arrow towers, I agree. Whenever I play Romance 14, I have a hard limit of 2. I don't allow myself to use more than 2 because they're just ridiculous. And, I mean, Romance 11, like when we used to play Romance 11 back in the day, you know, back when you can actually play on the couch, we had a no arrow tower. Nobody could use arrow towers. That was one of the things that was banned every time we sat down to play, because you could spam arrow towers for miles and miles and collapse forces. You know, you can do that in 14 as well. But that was one of the rules that we had all the time. It's like, no arrow towers. It was understood, like... The only game that they were balanced in was in Romance 9. Because Romance 9 required you to have a garrison in order to use them. Which is the easiest fix. I don't know why they don't do that, but that's all you have to do, is require the player to actually put soldiers and then scale the damage equal to the number of soldiers. Because now there's an investment that you can lose when it gets destroyed. But for some reason they haven't done that. They haven't gone back to doing that, so... Until they do that, they're always going to be one of those things that just make everything else obsolete. So, like, the reason I have a hard limit in 14 to only build 2 at a time is because of that. Because there's no reason to build anything else ever. You know, I can't stress it enough. There's no reason to build anything else in that game. They have a really cool build system, and there's no reason to use it. The only thing that there is to build is arrow towers. You know? As the player, at least you can choose not to use it, but if you have to go up against it, it's terrible. It's a really bad experience. So that's what I'm worried about. Little things like that they don't really think through. Like, Koei doesn't balance shit, and then you don't balance shit, and then you don't explain shit well, right? The tutorials in these games are awful. So, your shit is not balanced, and then you don't show your players how to play the game, so most people will play, hit a wall, and they'll be like, I'm out, you know? I don't know how to solve this. I'm out of here. Really? He's already sick? Well, there goes our best guy. We just got him. Barely... I didn't even get to use him. I didn't even get to use him. He's already gone. Wow. You know, we really had a good officer there for a second. For 1 second, we had a really good officer there. Damn. We had an official A tier, and he's already gone. Defense decreases. You know what? I'm going to keep you right there for now. Because I don't know when I'm going to be able to find the buddy. You know, I think this is a mistake, actually. No, because Hidetsugu could target me here. Yeah, I have to siege these two up. And then we're going to prepare... If he doesn't attack me, I'm just going to attack him. Unless the Ikeda return... Oh, the Ikeda might return, man. Let me see. Can we bury the hatchet with this guy? Let's try to bury the hatchet with this guy. So we can focus on the real problem, which is Tokugawa and Toyotomi. If you use Destroy and have a Christian officer, they'll suggest using cannons. Oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen that before. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's weird. That's why I started uploading for this game. I started playing it. I bought the game on a whim, first of all, because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. But it had been years since I played Spear. So I was like, I'm going to buy this new game. I bought it. I played it for like 2 days, and I was like, holy shit, this game's actually really good. I went online, and there was no content for it. There was no content for it, and the people who reviewed the game, or were uploading the game, they just didn't know what they were doing, and they didn't care to know what they were doing. They didn't, you know, like, they didn't give a shit. There was just a bunch of people just stumbling around in the dark. That's all there was for the game. So I thought about it, and then I was like, all right, I guess I'll start uploading like little bite-sized videos. So I'm probably gonna do the same thing for 8, because I don't know how much. I don't know who's gonna cover 8. Like, if there's gonna be enough people out there covering the game. So if nobody's gonna bother, like if all that people are gonna do is just like the last couple rounds, they're just gonna shit out a review that, you know what I mean, they hardly put any effort into, and then people are just gonna move on, then I'll do the same thing. I'll probably just start kicking out actual stuff for it, like how to do stuff and how to get off the ground, because that's the stuff that I was looking for, and I couldn't find it, and it was annoying. Because this game is really good, and there was, you know what I mean, like there was just nothing. Like I said, the few people I found were just like cashing in on the review, I guess, is the best way to put it. They were just trying to get some views. Some people tried to do like less plays, but you could tell that they didn't know what they were doing, and which is fine. I'm gonna play day 1. I think Nobunaga. I think I'm gonna play as a Nobunaga. I think I'm gonna play as Cao Cao. Cao Cao Under Siege, and I'm gonna play on hard mode. And it's kind of gonna be blind, right? Because the game just came out. So I'm gonna be flying by the seat of my pants too, but I'm gonna be trying to learn the game. I'm gonna be making effort. Like some of these people, when Awakening came out, there was no effort put in. Like, they couldn't be bothered, so it's like, why are you even putting this shit out? You know what I mean? Like, I can learn nothing from this. I can't get anything out of this. What? What? The GOAT? The prodigy? The man himself? I can't believe it. The main man. The main man is here. The Kimari prodigy himself, from parts unknown. No fucking way. How long have we been streaming? Can we stream for another 3 hours? Oh my god. Now you have my attention. Ujizane Imagawa. Now you have my attention. Not one fool, but 2 fools? What's better than 1 court jester? Holy shit. I can't believe... Yep, it's Ujizane. He's still there. He's still staring at me with that sheepish, dumbfounded smile. Ujizane Imagawa, a young Ujizane in his prime. It was fate that brought me here. Holy shit, we have a run. Now we have some gas. We had a little bonfire. Ujizane showed up and poured a whole gas. He threw the whole propane tank on that bonfire. Said fuck it. Holy shit. Ujizane and Nobukatsu? No way. Blessed. Blessed by the Kimari gods. Nobukatsu's court. Holy shit. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it, but I can't believe it. That was distant employment, right? Yeah, because Ujizane is usually in Kanto somewhere. Actually, shouldn't he be with the Hojo? I guess he drops out of the Hojo. Oh my god. Now we're gonna have to make this work. We gotta make this work now. The Fool of Owari and the Fool of Tokai. Who's gonna stop these mad clowns? Who cares about Ujisato? We got Ujizane. The Kamari King. He can do anything. Wow, what a find. What a find. Epic. Absolutely, my mind's fucking blown away. I wish I had the rest I'd fucking stream for 3 more hours now just to fucking get Ujizane up and running. Let me see what you guys are saying here. The tutorial. Yeah, I'm gonna do tutorials for 8. Most likely. I don't think anybody else will. The game would be even better if they kept the officer mode. Are you talking about this game, Apo? I don't really want to see officer mode in this game. Like, if they did a second PUK, and let's say in theory they were like, we're going to do a second PUK for Awakening, and we're going to put officer mode, I would just... It would deflate me. I don't want to see, like, resources put into officer mode for this game. I don't think it would work. It would be half-baked. It would be like Ascension. You know what I mean? 8's officer mode is going to be incredible. That's going to be... like I said, they're going to have a hard... They're going to set the bar really high with 8. You guys are going to see. If you haven't played original 8, trust me. The bar is going to be set really high with 8 Remake when it comes to officer play. The amount of stuff that you can do... The amount of stuff that you could do in Koei games 2 decades ago is like much crazier than now. It's double, triple the content. So the leader, that's right. We're collecting all the fools, John. Yup. The young age of 57. That's right. He's in his prime. He's in his prime. Yeah, that's right. See, it is Ujizane. Dude, I don't know why, but I get really lucky with finding just the exact people that I want in this game. That could be, well, that could be because I'm really lucky, or it could be just because it's trash officers that I want, so nobody else wants them. You know, the truth could be, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle on that one, right? That's like exactly who I wanted, and everyone else is like, that's a bag of trash that you're holding. That's what you wanted? Okay. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. These guys are done for, bro. We're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to make this work. We gotta get this guy. Ujizane lives for a long time, right? I think he lives past 70. With Ujizane, we have Laws of the Imagawa, which means we can do a swarm build. The most powerful build in this game is the swarm. If you didn't see my swarm build video, I have it up on the channel. And the people that do it best are the Imagawa because of their unique policy. Their unique policy is busted. So we can lean into the swarm. Where's he at? Let's just invert the leadership. To begin with, I'm thinking of working with the Kawanami tribe to forge a Kamari stronghold. Okay. He said, "There's a tribe over there. Let's go show them how to play Kamari. That'll bring them in. That'll bring them around." Ujizane's foreign policies revealed. Ujizane Foreign Policy Secrets Revealed. That's the name of the book. And it's just him walking towards a foreign tribe holding like a Kamari ball. That's how he breaks the ice. You guys ever heard of Kamari? Yeah, so this is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to find somebody who doesn't start border disputes there. I thought Danamon wouldn't, but it looks like the Ikeda and the Tokugawa have formed an alliance. Oh. So I'm being surrounded. Ieyasu's stepping up his production. He knows. He knows who's joined the Jester's court in Owari. He knows. Word has traveled to all the corners. It traveled fast too. The Kamari King has joined the Mad Jester in Owari. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares about your illness. Did you not hear me say that we got Ujizane? Can you keep, you know, when you're crying about your illness, can you keep it down? We're, you know, Kamari's Ujizane's over here playing Kamari. We're trying to focus on the game. Can you keep your illness down? Guy's wailing over here. We're losing money. That's not good. Sanzaburo, I don't know what to do with him yet, but I do need to make room here. The pirate. Subversive camp. Subversive camp. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in charge. We'll see if he's any better. Sanzaburo can do a battery, right? I hate to relegate Sanzaburo to mere defense, but War Drum increases attack. You know, that could be useful. If it overlaps with the battery, which there's no way to know but to just look. I can't believe we got Ujizane. That's fucking awesome. Alright, let's see. In theory, we could be hit from, yep, both. Either power could invade us. We could put the battery here, and then it's either beef up attack. No, I think this is deadly right here. Subversive camp. There was an invasion that I did during my Nobukatsu, my 1584 Nobukatsu run, I think it was, in the north. I invaded somebody who had like 3 subversive camps on top of each other, and my units moved as if they had all been afflicted by interfere. We lost the battle because we could barely move, because it was one subversive camp effect on top of each other. So the effects stack. So with the right castle, you could stack this defensive, not defensive, this mobility decrease, and you can slow an army down to like a crawl where they can't move, they can hardly move. It happened to me only one time, but it was crazy to see it. So I think if they come from this road, if the Toyotomi invade this way, I won't build anything really. Actually, maybe I'll move this up. But this gate is just going to be kind of open to attack, but there's nothing to build here, so oh well. Alright, that looks good. How many orders do I have open? I don't have anything? Oh shit. Rumor. No, I'm alright. I'm cool. Okay, if they have over 60 valor and under... Ooh. That means that this guy's gonna trigger it, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, he doesn't even meet the valor requirement, Seraphil. But his intelligence is low. His intelligence is below 60. It could just be an intelligence thing because he doesn't have hot-blooded and he doesn't have a high enough valor either. And yet, he's going to trigger that. I would have had Toku marry Ujizane, you know? If I knew. No, I don't like... What does camp enclosure do? Does anybody know? I'm just gonna have to leave him as is until I find somebody better. Somebody's honor goes up high enough to inherit that spot. Okay, so if we don't get an alliance done with this guy in time, which I think I forgot. Oh no, I'm working on it. Okay. If I don't get an alliance done with Ikeda, we're going to get joint invaded by Ieyasu. If I do get the alliance done, then I'm just going to take the fight to him. That's pretty much what we're looking at right now. Do I want to search? I kind of want to try a search command. 50-50. Alright, let's do it. See if we can find anybody else. I mean, we're not topping Ujizane. I know that. But let's just search anyway. We're just not topping. We're not topping finding Ujizane. I know that, but let's search anyway. Give it a shot. Nobody's moving. I don't understand what's going on this map. Hidetsugu's moving, but that's it. It's really strange. It's like the powder keg is waiting to go off, right? It's waiting to ignite right now, but it's not igniting. Oh, here we go. Ah, yes, a massive invasion by the Tokugawa. What a surprise. If this castle's not ready, we're gonna lose it. Okay, everyone's gonna fight me. Right, everyone's gonna fight me then. Is that what you're saying? Right, right. They're afraid of the possibilities. Nobukatsu and Ujizane, it's too much. It's threatening the realm. They're gonna try to smother. They're gonna try to smother our ascension into godhood. Strangle it in its crib. That's not gonna be enough, buddy. I hate to break it to you, but that's not gonna be enough. Uh-oh, Mitsunari. That's not good. Don't like that. Don't like that. Oh, it popped up from Danamon. Okay, okay, okay. No, we can handle this, Seeley. I've had much worse situations. Way worse. We'll be just fine. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I've got to cut the stream here, guys. We're already going on 3 hours. So I don't want the stream to carry on for too long. We might pick this up tomorrow. I don't know. This is a good spot. So I might make this tomorrow night stream instead of the Aura stream. Because, I don't know, having these developments are too interesting to just put them aside, you know what I mean? So, I might continue this tomorrow night instead of the Aura. Maybe I can do Aura on Sunday or Monday, you know, depending. But, yeah, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is going to be earlier. It's going to be usually around 9 o'clock is when I try to shoot for Central Time. 9:30. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing more Awakening, more Romance 14. I'm going to be playing as much. I've been trying to play as much as I can. Like the other day, it was like work, and then stream, nap for 4 hours, and then go back to work. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to keep trying to play as much as I can and get as much game time in before Romance 8 drops. From this game and Romance 14, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow night. If I don't catch you then, have a good weekend. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks to everybody for stopping by. Check out the Romance 8 stream for yourself, where they showed off the game, if you didn't. And let me know what you think in the comments, you know, or the next time. Let me know. So, I'll catch you then, guys. Until then, take care.